Another month has gone by, and you know what that means. More K-pop groups have made comebacks with new songs. And today I'll be reviewing the April drops. But before we start, I just want to say I am so sorry this came out so late. You guys are probably seeing this on May 5th. I've just been super busy Ireland, and I didn't want to just make an April and May review because the last double month review I did took so long and I cut some groups out. So yeah. So let's get started with our first review. Is it just me or did Ive hire a new creative director? Like, take a look at 11, Love Dive, After Like, and I Am. The photo shoots, music videos, and especially graphic design have been very basic, for lack of a better term. I mean, they didn't even try to do anything for the After Like album versions. Basically what I'm trying to say is, they're more creative and I love that. There was nothing wrong with those previous eras, but it's nice to see them exploring different ideas. And the two title tracks 8. I think out of the two, I prefer Exendio, while Heya is very powerful and assertive. I love the vibe Exendio brings. But honestly, this release really doesn't feel like Ive, and I mean that in the best way possible. Overall, a solid 9.2 out of 10, another solid EP in Ive's already amazing discography. Now let's move on to our next release. Hold on y'all, because run that back. Is this not Wizard of Waverly Place coded? Now this is real Y2K. There's a reason why I made this song the intro. It was just too good. They absolutely ate. The beat, the vocals. It's so Britney Spears and Cheetah Girls. I hope more groups start to do comebacks like this in the future because I need more. And can we just talk about that bridge? With all of the references to their solos? It was so cute. 100 out of 10. They did that, but I gotta say, my only complaint, why the hell did they make this a single? Kiss of Life. You guys were doing so good. Y'all were the only K-pop group who was actually feeding us with songs. Like What Happened Girls. The one time we want more y'all gave us nothing. Like imagine how iconic it would be if this was at least a mini. But I get it, they were spoiling us too much. A big fat astounding 10 out of 10. They did their big one. Let's move on to our next review. We will not be talking about the situation. If you want my thoughts and opinions, I have a video I'm working on about it, so anyways. This song is amazing. It's so cute. I'm getting retro city pop vibes and I just started getting into a Japanese city pop phase, so this came at the perfect time. And I don't know if it's Donnie or Hanny singing them ad-libs, but I'm so glad they have a song that can show off their vocal abilities. Like, ever since Hanny made that one cover of that Coffee song, I've been craving more of them utilizing these vocals in their songs. So I'm glad we have this. Overall a 10 out of 10. So now, let's move on to our next review. Y'all, why is it low-key giving anime opening? Hold on. But like a mix of Splatoon? Like listen to this part specifically. I think it's the bass. But like oh my gosh, the instrumental went hard. It's so catchy. And this is my first time hearing about Qwer. But lemma, say I'm gonna stan y'all, go stan them too because this was too cute. You guys, it's so J-pop coded. 10 out of 10 for this song. The fifth gen is truly a diverse generation in terms of music genres. Since I already have a video about this song, I'm gonna try to say the TLDR version. They were so close again. It's like My Problem with On My Lips by Akilin. It's the chorus. I love every other part of the song. Like that pre-chorus Rami does is so powerful. She might just be my bias, but that chorus is interesting, you know. But I've grown accustomed to it. I'm not gonna burst out into tears hearing it. I just kinda start disassociating when it comes on, and then I start paying attention when we go back to the amazing verses. Overall, a 7 out of 10. The verses are truly carrying the song for me. As for the B-sides, ironically, I have nothing to say on the new song. But the OT7 versions of the songs are really the missing piece. Stuck in the Middle was amazing, but with the addition of a high-end, it feels complete. So that's all my thoughts on this era. If you want to hear the yapper version of my review, go watch my video. I have a whole review. So let's move on to our next review. I did not expect us to get a TXT comeback so early, but damn, this 8. I'm loving the whole space theme / vibe they have with this EP, and I feel like it's very present throughout this whole mini. I listened to a song and I was like, Mars and stars. It was cute. Although as cool as Deja Vu is, I absolutely can't deny my love for I'll See You There Tomorrow. It's low-key giving me Splatoon side order vibes, and I just love how they say tomorrow because their name is Tomorrow by Together, you know, so it's cute. Overall a solid 9.3 out of 10 for this EP. So now let's move on to our next group. Now this one's a release I forgot to include last month, so I'm just including it here just because I can. So I'm just gonna say it. This debut was not my favorite. I prefer No Fate compared to Good Girl. Like, the hook wasn't giving y'all. Like the bridge should have been the chorus. But I will give the chorus. It's flowers. The final chorus was really good. If they didn't want to make the Candyshop part the chorus, they should have made the final chorus be the chorus for every chorus. If that made any sense at all. Lol. Overall, it's cute. The B-sides very much outdid though, but I love their concept. I love sugary, sweet concepts. Like they just remind me of Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph, you know. So let's move on to our next comeback. I really like this EP. Their first tour, Stay With Me Now Don't Get Mad, they were a bit lackluster. Like the songs were good but it wasn't my favorites. Like they weren't hitting and they were low-key boring. That doesn't mean they weren't good, it just didn't rock with me, okay? But this EP really stepped up in quality in my opinion. Like some standouts are Arcel Gestas and well every other song too on this EP tbh. The title track is cute. A solid 9 out of 10. Now, let's move on to our next comeback. Oh, this 8, probably one of their best Japanese songs. Like it has an almost casino vibes to it. It's very cunty. I'm loving the guitar added. They really gave it everything they had for their final Japanese comeback. It's a shame Kepler doesn't get the recognition they deserve. Like their last few comebacks have been so good, especially Magic Hour. I know it isn't likely, but I hope they do get their contracts renewed. I need the public to recognize their amazing discography. But who knows, maybe the girls will be even more successful outside of the group. And I am curious to see what the future may hold if they do split up. It's always a bunch of mixed feelings when a temporary group disbands. But overall this pre-release was alright. A solid 9.9 out of 10. They ate for real. But right now I'm just yapping. So let's move on to our next review. Girls Night 8. The chorus is fun and energetic. It's perfect for the summer. I love the final chorus too. But comparing this EP to their debut EP, it falls short, to me at least. Even on its own, I think the EP is pretty weak, to be honest. At least to me. For all I know, these could be B-sides of the year to you. And more power to ya if you love the B-sides on here. But me personally, I walked away not really remembering how any of them sounded like. Girls' Night, however, 8, don't get me wrong. Girls' Night is my jam for real for real. But overall, the comeback kinda felt weak. I love the concept photos though. It's a solid 7.8 out of 10 considering the whole EP. But if we're just looking at the title, then it's a 10 out of 10. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I def like it a lot more compared to Roller Coaster. It's a shame that this is a digital single. I'm not sure if it's a pre-release or anything, but I'm honestly so glad we at least got something. Because it's been 2 years since Roller Coaster, which is insane. At least one of the 3 girl groups got a comeback. Unfortunately, Weki Meki is still missing and Cherry Bullet was disbanded. And by the way, I did not know they were a part of the same company as P1 Harmony. Hello? But overall, woo, came back with a bang, a 10 out of 10. I love the money part. It's very much the typical boy group sound, which when done right can be catchy. But man, this song is just to me. By no means it's not a bad song. And honestly, I didn't even know they debuted. Cube is so trash when it comes to promotions. If Cube and SM were in a competition to see which one of them were worse when it comes to mismanaging their groups, they would both win first place. Anyway, it's a solid song, not my personal fave, but I can see why people would like it. But it's not my style, to be honest. I actually prefer Ticket compared to the rest of the songs on this single. So anyways, let's move on to our next comeback. Now I really love the lyrics, especially specifically the bridge. Everyone knows she get freaky with it part. It's so catchy, like OMG. I almost wish it was the chorus. I'm not a huge fan of the chorus. I find myself replaying that bridge. Something about the way she sings the bridge, it is more satisfying than the chorus. But it's still a solid song. I give it an 8 out of 10. But the music video is so much fun. I love all the horror movie references. Anyways, let's move on to our next comeback. I actually went on a rant in this review section because I was complaining about how they always release singles and how I was pissed because I wanted more songs and that I wanted a mini. But turns out this was a mini album, and I'm actually just a stupid dummy. So anyways, I think it's a solid song. I've always heard the intro on TikTok and I always saw Riize using it on their videos and I thought it was a trending sound. But turns out it's actually their song. And we finally got a full version of Siren. And yeah, they ate. Overall, a solid 9 out of 10. So let's move on to our next comeback. She has been released. She is free from the dungeon. Miss Jennie is finally making music. Notice how after she left YG she went straight to doing idol activities. This is just so much proof that YG holds their artists back after they make it big. I mean, we knew, but it's just crazy how fast she went to doing idol activities. Jennie is really the star of the show in this song. Zico ate with his raps, but Jennie sounded so good. I love how she opened the song. She ate for real. I was getting low-key emotional because like her passion for music shines through in this song. A 10 out of 10 and amazing comeback. But that is all for today, you guys. I know I missed like 3 comebacks, but man, it's already like 12 am and I really want to get this video out. I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.